Hello and welcome back to my channel. I finished the My Journal by me, Kavi Sharma. Fun fact, actually wasn't written by Kavi. It is actually written by um, the author who is I can't read, Varsha Bahaj. Um, Bajaj. She is Indian, grew up in Mumbai and heart of Bollywood, which is so awesome. So I know, well, I don't know, but I've heard rumors that she's writing a what we would consider a more traditional book for a Girl of the Year. Um, but I think this is a really great introduction to Kavi. Like, I know so much about her now and sort of how her brain works, and I think you really get more into the doll, like what's actually going on in the character's head from this style. This is a journal style. It is fantastic. And so I'll be referring to certain things in here. I'm not going to spoil the story, but just give you sort of character details about her. Um, right on the very first page, you get just, the classic American Girl meet the family stuff. But one thing that was right here was this is Hattie, my little elephant charm that I got in India when I was 6. And then her weekly planner. So those two things we see in the accessory set. So we have Hattie and the weekly planner. The other pieces here don't really show up in the book. I don't even think I saw a picture of her wearing a bucket hat ever. Let me flip through in, the 2 seconds. I don't think I ever saw her even wear a bucket hat. There's another picture with Hattie the elephant right there. So that's there. Oh, there it is. There's the bag. There's the bracelet. The musical note is from one of her other accessory sets. Those are her yoga pants. But I was trying to see the bucket hat. The bucket hat was the one I'm like, I don't understand the fads of the bucket hat. I didn't understand it the first time. I don't understand it now either. But trying to see if I could. I don't know, because once she gets into that dress, she doesn't. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure why they picked a bucket hat, other than it's on style, but every other piece is featured in the book somehow. The elephant, Hattie, and the weekly planner are more prevalent to her storyline. Well, that's not true. I wouldn't say they're prevalent to the storyline, but they show up more often in the story. Her Bollywood outfit is probably the most prevalent in the storyline compared to everything else in her collection. There we go. I really should do that off camera. I used to do that off camera. I'm not sure why I switched. There we go. Okay. So, we have the bucket hat. It is fuzzy bucket hat. And it does have the AG, or an AG logo embroidered on there. I think they could have done without the embroidery there. I think it's kind of cute, but like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think the bucket hat is my least favorite out of the accessory set. I know I had some friends I did shopping with, and they were like, "This is the best thing ever," and I'm like, "I just don't get it." But one of them did comment they just wish it didn't have that, and I think I agree with them at that statement. It's a bucket hat. This is one of the most well-designed purses American Girl has ever released, besides the crazy tag. I know I'm keeping this set, so we're definitely cutting this tag off right here and now. I didn't realize it would come with a tag, but I would assume that's because I saw it in store. Oh my gosh, come on, tag. There we go. And they would have removed that tag in store. So this is, they've got the little embroidered star, which does match the hat, which is nice. And of course it has the star zipper. Why wouldn't it have the star zipper? And this is a really well structured purse. I mean, it is holding its own structure. Normally when you see a purse like this, you would expected to be full of tissue paper in order to hold the shape. Nah, there's no tissue paper in there. It is whole. It's like, it's completely empty. It is holding its own shape all on its own, which I think is, I mean, I think that's awesome. I think it's really cool. And then I do like this. It does have these straps that change out. So, not change out, but you can, if you wanted to have it be on a one side, or I don't know, just, it's a style, and I really like this style, and I'm glad this style is coming back. And so I think that's great. Here is her weekly planner. So in the book, Kavi talks about how her brain works, and there is a struggle that she has in school, and so this is just a really good way for her to stay organized. She doesn't reference it very often, but I think this planner is very, I think even though it's not referenced, it's definitely used in the book. I have a bracelet. I love anytime American Girl does a cuff bracelet. I don't know why, but I think they're just fantastic. Oh, get it out there. Okay. This is all plastic, which I guess makes sense for what it is. These are metal here, which makes sense for what it is, but I really like these colors. They match with Kavi's top really, really well. I really like it, and I think it's meant to simulate like she's wearing bangles, but I think going with the cuff route was really smart. And last but not least, we have Hattie the elephant. Little plastic elephant. When I saw this in the store, I originally saw it in her big, not in her, when the catalog pictures came out. I saw this, it's in one of the photos where it's like in her big backstage set, like the expensive like $300 set, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want that elephant. So I was not gonna buy a $300 set just for a little plastic elephant, but it came in her accessories, and I'm glad that it has, that it's you know, that there seems to be some sort of semblance, not semblance, but emotional attachment to this, whether it's family tradition or, you know, whatever the reason is. She doesn't go into much. Like I said, it's featured in the book, but doesn't really go into why why she hangs on to this, but she does, and it's important enough to be included in her accessories for some reason. So I hope we learn more about Hattie the elephant. So with that, I'm going to get Kavi back out and put her meat accessories with the doll, and then give you my final and overall rating for it. Okay, so here is Kavi with her bucket hat, which I still am not a fan of. Her bracelet. I got her purse, and her planner, sort of. No, her planner does not fit in the purse, but I figured that was the easiest way for her to carry it. So I am gonna ding it for that. Like, I kind of wish it would, maybe if it had been a pocket planner, or I don't know. I really like the purse, and maybe the planner just isn't supposed to go in the purse. I'm not sure. I did realize they didn't put a pencil with the set, which I think has been an issue before. You know, if you're going to provide a journal or a planner, but then not provide a pencil, like, how's she going to write in it? I will say be careful with the bracelet. I'm pretty sure I got some shine marks on my doll trying to get that. That is a much tighter cuff than they usually make them, which was sad to see. So just be careful with that. So shine marks are when you'll see that, like, you sort of are scraping against the vinyl and you'll actually see it. It'll look shinier. So I think I already got some shine marks on my doll trying to get that bracelet on. That's a little disappointing. There's Hattie. Yeah. Overall rating for the accessories. There's some good here, and there's some weird here. You know, I was really trying to get this an A rating, but it's too weird for me. I'm going to give it a B. And I was, actually truly trying to convince myself to do a B plus, but because I got shine marks putting that cuff on, that does have to knock it down. No pencil for the weekly planner. And the other thing is, okay, her book was a journal and that was a planner instead of a journal. I think it would have been really cool. Oh my gosh, if they had, I like that cover. Like use this cover, but have the first couple of pages in her journal match the book, because then that way it would be like you're actually reading her journal, and then there's her journal and you're reading it, but there it is in her scale. That would have been cool. That would have been really cool. American Girl, if you're listening, free product idea. Release a journal in Kavi size, but with a cool cover. I think the best parts of this, of course, are the mini elephant. I definitely give that an A plus. I mean, yes, I understand it's plastic, but at this day and age, it kind of has to be. But there's some sort of meaning behind it, and I think that's great. The weekly planner, I have no fault with it, other than maybe it should be a journal. And why didn't they give it a pencil? So I'm gonna give that an A. The purse is great. Like, it's structurally sound. It looks great. It fits well. So I'm gonna give that an A as well. But it's the hat and the bracelet. Brings it down for me. If the largest piece to me doesn't fit. But again, that's because I don't understand bucket hats, and that you might think entirely different, but the bucket hat brings it down for me. So bucket hat knocks it down to a B plus, and then the cuff marks, the shine marks from the cuff bracelet knock it down to a B. Everything else I think is great. If you're going to buy Kavi, I think it is worth it to just go ahead and buy the accessories and save that $5. I know it's not a lot, but if you're going to get her and you like any semblance of these pieces, I would say go for it. But yeah, so those are my thoughts. I shall leave you with Kavi and Hattie. Oh, such a great picture. So, thanks for watching, and hopefully in the next video, I will get Kavi into her Bollywood outfit, which does have a great prominence in her book. Okay, bye for now.